Hello and welcome back to the absolute state of YouTube. Today we're taking a look at Nendoroid Tomura Shigaraki from the anime My Hero Academia. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to keep the hype going when it came to this line. When it comes down to wanting something on my shelf or desk, I really like to have things that stand out and pop. So a character like Shigaraki didn't really speak to me at first, until I got him in hand. The painting and shading work that went into his hair and hand accessories is something pretty ambitious, considering most parts on an Nendoroid are hand-painted. The little gold accents along the bottom of his hands also come off as expertly painted, and I have no complaints. Getting down to the rest of the body, it's somewhat plain. I mean, it's show accurate as he only wears black, so maybe that's Horikoshi's fault for spending too much time designing the heroes and not enough time designing the villains. And since it's kinda plain, my greasy little weeb hands can sometimes leave a mark or two. But in all honesty, the menacing white hands wrapped around his body is actually a pretty great character design, and does a good job at showing the parallel between a colorful hero and a sinister villain. And I have to give a hand to the series for always being so creative in this regard. Speaking of hands, Shigaraki comes with two pairs of hands. One pair of open grabby hands, you know, when he individually Thanos snaps people. One pair with a relaxed right hand and clenched left fist, and one extra right hand where he's holding the glove that comes off of his face, which has been shrunken down to not look so weird. I accidentally added a different hand in my video. He comes with 5 hands, not 6. He also comes with 2 different faceplates of varying intimidation. He has a slight grin like he's about to ruin some high schooler's year, and his open mouth smile, which spreads across his face like he's accomplished his goal of killing a 15-year-old mama's boy. The character is known for having dry, patchy skin, and I think they did a really good job recreating his dry eyes and lips. The open mouth smiling face also has an added detail to his eyes. They are painted a darker gray color instead of white to create a shadow effect. His teeth are also a little misaligned to maybe enhance his creepy smile, or maybe he's just Tom Cruise in disguise. Shigaraki finally comes with a plethora of hand accessories to give him his full costume look. This includes a big hand which is attached to a separate hairpiece which covers his whole face. Another big handpiece that goes on top of his head and wraps around his neck. A pair of hands that wrap around his shoulders, a pair that wrap around his waist, and a pair that wrap around his forearms. And last but not least, he comes with a typical Nendoroid square stand and an arm for posing. All of those parts are removable, so you can get him in just a black v-neck and pants, as well as those shoes.
Nice.
Speaking of posing, he can't. Not that much, at least. I mean, the style of figure doesn't really allow him to have much to begin with, but he doesn't even get to bend his knees. This Nendoroid is unlike all the other My Hero Nendoroids. He lacks the knee articulation as well as a comic-style onomatopoeia part, which is a bit weird, but maybe only heroes get them. But what he does have in articulation is pretty standard for Nendoroids with joints. His head can move up and down this far. You can twist the neck joint around to give him some side-to-side tilt. His arms can move out this far, and almost all the way around, as well as a swivel at the shoulder. His elbows can bend to around 90 degrees, and his hands are removable, which means they swivel all around. His waist is detachable, but can't swivel all the way due to his shirt coming across the waist. His legs use the same joint as his neck, so they can move forward and back this far. And if you twist the joint around like you did with the neck, then his legs can move out and in this far. His feet are detachable and give a decent amount of ankle pivot, as well as moving up and down. All in all, this little guy represents the character well, the most impressive thing about him being the hair and face paint, which is probably the first thing that someone would notice when looking at him. I would say that the hand parts were also done really well. I could have seen this process of taking these on and off a lot more pain-inducing. This figure also doesn't scream that you watch anime and that you're a loser, so in that regard, I can just see this being on someone's desk. So, is this my favorite My Hero Nendoroid? No. He's not even my favorite character. Yet. I hear he gets a lot more development, so please, no spoilers. But he does represent the villains of this series, and I think he's worth getting if you're into the show. I wish he had come with more parts, but then again, I wish every toy did. All that matters is that I'm happy with what I have, and I guess I really just want more of the villains. Preferably the ones with more personality and character, like Dabi, or Twice, or Toga. Throw Stain in there too. Anyway, that's the review. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to share it with someone, share it with someone. If you want to educate your grandma about toys and anime, send it their way. And if you didn't like the video, I'm sorry. I have nothing else to say. I put a decent amount of time into this. I even wrote a little script, so I hope it came off that way. My Nendoroid order of Aquaman just got here, so hopefully I'll be working on that in the next video. So if you want more of these videos, please let me know. I really enjoyed making it. And I hope you have a great day.